Hello, bonjour, buenos dias, namaste, hajime mashite, ni hao, assalamu alaikum. Everybody out there in the internet, welcome to Chat with Tekken for September 2021. So yeah, Chat with Tekken. If you don't know, basically three things I talk about. So there's videos I'm working on for the channel, changes to stuff on the channel, IRL stuff, in real life stuff. Under videos I'm working on, there's subcategories, playthroughs and streams, vlogs, DIY do-it-yourself stuff, how-tos and other stuff I might be making for the channel. The other two categories don't have subcategories because they are things that happened or didn't. And also I'll sprinkle in some anecdotes and asides sometimes and just get way off topic. So hopefully I can keep it focused here though, because I'm trying to get this one done pretty quick here. I did not actually fill out my little outline that I go off of, so I'm just gonna, do it aimless style. Anyway, playthroughs and streams. So let's see. Basically, Final Fantasy 14 because that's like the main thing I'm playing right now and streaming. A bit of Destiny 2, but only on Tuesdays because I've been doing like the seasonal quests for Season of the Lost. I don't really talk about it. It's just I'm looking forward to like being done with it, being at season pass rank 100, never looking back. I'll probably play like the little bit of prologue you get for free at the beginning of the next season, just to see like what the tease or the like the hook is for the next season as far as like the story beats that they're trying to like or just like the story mission that they start off with to see like is it actually anything interesting. But I'm I'm super done with that. Like I don't get into it. It's yeah. It just got really silly all of a sudden in that game, and I was just like, I don't know, just yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's whatever. It's for like the longest time with that game, it's been like love and hate, and it just like the hate has won, and it's just I don't think it's ever gonna like go back to like, oh man, such a great game. I love playing it all the time. It's just yeah, too much bad. Uh, yeah, too much bad times for sure, and just it added up over time, and it was just like, what? Why am I playing this? And there's no redeeming it at this point. So I'm just playing it because I paid for it, and then this is last season, and I'm not paying for it again. So that's that, and I'm gonna delete it, and never have to play it again and be free. So yes, moving on. F that game. Besides Destiny and Final Fantasy, we've got Fall Guys game night every night, playing that, and then everybody's golf as well. I'm actively trying to replace Fall Guys actually. So I'm like hoping every month when there's a free plus game, I'm like please, please, please let it be something I can replace that stupid game with. And then next month there's like some shooter game. I'm not sure if it's co-op or whatever, so I don't know. I don't. I would prefer to like replace with something that's co-op. Fall Guys is a bit of a like weird alternate battle royale, but then kind of also they added squads, right? So I don't know. At this point, the game is just like I only play every Thursday for the game night because like once you have like enough crowns, you can just buy whatever costume, right? And then it's like, okay, well, am I just playing this to have a costume collection? Because I never change what I'm wearing in the game, so it's like I don't really care about what costume I'm wearing. It doesn't affect anything, so it's like it's just aesthetic. I mean, every season they add events, but eh, like once you've played it, you've played it, and then it's just like, why am I doing this? So it's just like a weird. Like, I mean, that's yeah, it's like a weird. It was free with Plus, so I didn't pay for it. But like if it wasn't free with Plus, it would have been like like weird. You pay for it, but it's like basically free to play, it has like a lot of free to play mechanics and systems, where it's just like there's a season pass or battle pass or whatever, and then you go through it, level up, get your stuff, and then that's it. It's like okay, well, I'm just on a treadmill to nowhere because there's no story and it's not like anything important is happening. You're just doing the stuff to get the stuff, the thing that gets you to the thing, and it's like, oh, okay, got all the stuff in the season pass. What's next? Next season? Oh, okay, cool. I'll play. I'll just keep playing. It's just like I'm done with that game. Wow, I almost forgot what I was talking about, and I was like, okay, streams and playthroughs, streams and playthroughs. We're coming up on the fall gaming season, so that's all the games are coming out. Not a lot I'm looking forward to actually, because I mean, well, the thing is like, right, this year specifically, because I'm so like into Final Fantasy 14 right now. There's no reason for me to really play anything, or I'm kind of just like waiting while I'm playing that for other stuff that's out to just go down in price or have a price drop or have a sell or something. So I'm just like, you know what? I don't need to like jump out and play all these games day one when they're full price. I'll just wait however long it takes because I've got the time right now. It's not like I'm lacking anything to play, and then just like scoop it up at like less than the $70 first party price they're asking because I mean actually okay I'm kind of like about to like get on a whole tangent here, but follow me please. Anyway, so so like it's almost like a year PS5, right? And then I got mine at launch or close to it, whatever. And then kind of underwhelmed, I'd say. Like I really feel like I mean I've only played Hitman 3, Miles, that shark game, Bugsnax. I haven't played a lot of games, but it's like what I have played. It's not like, oh, this is the best ever console generation. Oh, I'm blown my mind. I'm blown away. It's the best it could ever be. I mean, that being said, like launch and like, the first couple years kind of until like the games actually get out because they're being developed. And then COVID effed up everything. Like development's just not even on track for like a lot of stuff. It seems like it's all just yeah, it's just like a storm rolled through and just like devastation. So it's like yeah, who who knows what's even in development that hasn't been announced because it's like it was in the works, and then like maybe it was like on track to be out sooner than it was, but then it got COVID situation where it's like oh we're not gonna have as much development because we're going remote and we can't develop as fast if we do that or whatever. I don't know. I'm not a developer, but I'm guessing these things happened. But yeah. Anywho, a year later, all I'm saying is like from what I've played, it's like I'm not even playing on a 4K TV, so there's that too. So it's like I don't even know like oh how much better it looks in 4K. Blah blah blah. It looks like the best game I've ever seen in my life every time I play a game, which is probably not true. Or like the 120 hertz of like 100 over 60 frames. Oh, it's so smooth. It's like yeah okay. Um, let's see. X and X on both of those because I'm not getting 4K, and because I'm not in 4K, I'm not getting the better frame rates. And then so yeah, really it's just like faster loads, and then like nothing looks bad, I guess, because it's like the baseline is good. So it's like unless you're just or not, or like I shouldn't say that, but like unless the game just somehow just like over the course of development just doesn't look good and comes out not graphically looking appealing, it's like what happened here? So at least like the baseline, graphically is like good. It's like nothing really looks fugly or anything. So there's that, and just faster loads. Like I mean, that being said, it's like the loads are really fast, and it's whisper quiet. Like my PS5, I never hear it. I mean, I hear it, but it's like no, it's not the jet engine that was the last gen console. So there's that. It's like okay, it's kind of a miss because I don't get the graphic stuff because I don't have a sweet 4K TV. But then it's super silent and super fast loads. So I'm still waiting for the games though. I mean, Miles was fun, but like just it was just more of the same. That's your thing. I feel like going from like last gen to this gen, especially if you look at like the PS4 and PS5 stuff, the stuff that's like on PS4 that's also on PS5. It's like okay, so if I mean in this regard, it's like I wouldn't say if you don't have a PS5 or Xbox Series S or X or whatever like next gen console you're looking for, like I would say don't worry about it because like most of the stuff that's on last gen does not look exponentially better on current gen. It's just like I said, faster loads, and like you pay $10 extra, so it's like you're getting like a $10 surcharge. At least on first party stuff on PlayStation, anyway. Like that's not the case on Xbox, I believe. So I mean okay, I'm I'm getting like ahead of myself, but yeah. So it's like it's a whole thing. So And then we did have like that PlayStation event recently, so 2022 is looking really good though. So we've got Starfield, um, God of War, Gran Turismo, Horizon Forbidden West, probably other stuff I can't think of because I'm I didn't take notes, but yeah, I did actually today, because I have a GameStop trade credit gift card that I've been like traded. I traded all my stuff in, right, and like so I just like have all that credit that's like frozen, and then I just keep checking the site, and then today I checked it, and they had a bundle with the Series S and Game Pass, and I went ahead and ordered that. So my plan is, because Series X is like always, or like, everything across the board really. It's like everything's a Wii right now. It's like you'll never see it. You'll like, think to yourself, oh man, wouldn't it be great if, and then, just randomly check and it's always out of stock and it's like, oh, let me follow these accounts on Twitter to see if I get some sweet alerts about it, and it's like, oh, instantly sold out. Bummer. So because of that, I'm just like, dude, let me just, and I'm not even, like I said, I'm not even playing on 4K, so I'm like, let me just get the Series S now, and I can at least have Game Pass and like play a bunch of crap and like have that sweet deal. Um, and then also like eventually when who knows? Also, it's like the whole superconductor shortage or just across the board um supply supply lines. That's not what it is. The whatever that thing, the supply side stuff, and then just yeah, they can't be made fast enough, and like the demand is like way higher than the supply right now. So it's like I might as well just get Series S, and then I'll just trade up for Series X later. And then like I know there's gonna be like a pro version or like Xbox One X situation where it's like, oh, here's our current box, but even beefier. Yeah, just like the Switch OLED. But well, that's bad. That's not a good example because it's just better screen. Um, and so yeah. Anywho, so like so basically I kind of like have a short-term solution where I'm gonna be able to play Game Pass stuff. Um, and then because I have like so much in-store credit, I can just get a bunch of PSN codes and then get the first party stuff on PlayStation, and then like yes, because I'm currently unemployed, I have no money. Well, it's not like I have no money. It's just like I I'm not spending my money on like all my wants right now, so it kind of sucks. Which is like, oh man, every time the game comes out, it's like I'd like to be playing that, but I can't. So I mean, I could be, but it's like I'm not gonna be stupid. I'm not gonna be stupid with my money. So just waiting it out. Pandemic's still out there, so yeah, like the infections and death aren't exactly zero. The bar graph or line graph, yeah, it'd be a line graph, wouldn't it? It's like it's kind of it was ticking up. I mean, what I'm saying is basically it's not like down and flat line. So it's like until then, I am not even gonna like worry about going outside because that's just yeah, it's not worth it to me. Just like if thinking about it, it's whatever. It's a whole thing. I talked about it last time. I'm still annoyed about the whole like people that aren't vaccinated. And just like it's a whole mess here. Whatever. Anywho, that was a tangent, wasn't it? But yes. So Series S soon will be mine. That being said, I don't plan on actually because I have like 3 months of Game Pass, right? So it's like I'm not actually gonna set that up until after Endwalker. I want to get through Endwalker, and then let's see, because that's like yeah, Final Fantasy 14 is the only game I'm really playing this year, and then I plan to just like blow through Endwalker, um, and then well, let's see, October, the Dark Pictures anthology, House of Ashes. That's like the one game I'm getting this year. 'Cause there's a bunch of games that are coming out I didn't get that I wanted to pre-order. Like Kina, I was like, I kind of want to get a game, but then I was like, but that's the other thing that happened is like I was like in my brain I was just like just wait for reviews because like what if it's terrible because Cyberpunk pour one out like let's not forget what happened there. So I've just been very cautious. Yeah, everything. Unless yeah, like here's the thing. It's like if it's not like a known quantity or like a remake or a sequel or something, then it's like I don't really know what to expect if it's a new IP. So I'm just like, not gonna risk it. And since the whole like not currently employed, don't have no money, so, or not gonna waste money on it. So it's like, yeah, I think I'll just whatever. So now I'm like in the situation where it's like I've got the other console I can play third party stuff on, at least if it's on Game Pass, and then as far as first party stuff, I have enough in-store credit to play all those games now, so I'm happy about that. 'Cause man, I was like, at last Sony event, man, when they had Gran Turismo and God of War, I was like, oh, they're both around the same time, dude. It's just like, oh, it's gonna be so good next year, early next year. As far as games, it's like, oh, I can't wait. But then it's like, oh, I'm not gonna, I don't want to spend any of my money. So I was like, oh, what am I gonna do? So yeah, luckily that happened. And then like whenever I can finally trade up my Series S for Series X, I'll do that. But I have a feeling it's gonna be a long time before that happens. Also, there's if you haven't seen Fight Club, I'm basically there's like one of the rules is like one fight at a time. So on Game Pass, it's like I'm not just gonna like download a bunch of crap and like play. But I'm like, oh, there's so many games. Oh, it's like I'm just gonna like play one game at a time, and then get through the game that I'm playing, and like not. And actually, I think there's like no storage on the Series S. It's like maybe 500 gigs. I don't know. I know it's like a small amount. So I'm like, you can probably fill that up really fast. So let's not even think about the whole a bunch of games at the same time thing. Um, so yeah, I'm happy about that. And I did trade my Switch in, but then it's kind of like convenient that I traded it in, and then they announced another version. So I mean, that being said, I am definitely looking more at a Steam Deck versus a Switch. That's it's a whole thing. I don't want to talk about it because cause I'll end up just like talking crap about Nintendo games for like another hour, and just like it's a waste of time. But like I've said my piece about that as far as like their games are always full price, they never drop, and then their output like as far as like first party to me it just isn't as appealing to like what I can play on PlayStation. So it's like or just like who I am as a person and a gamer now, like what the type of games and experiences I'd like to have. They like don't make those games, so it's just like why even care of like playing that stuff. I mean, I'm not saying that's your thing. Don't enjoy it and have fun, or like yeah, knock yourself out. But it's not for me for the most part. Um, Also, the whole like their last Switch presentation when it was like we're adding on Nintendo 64 games and Genesis games, and it's just like the fact that like I mean it made me like I wish I could go back in time and buy every virtual console game knowing what I know now of like they will always be behind a paywall as far as the first party Nintendo stuff on Switch anyway, and like you'll never be able to own those games. I mean, unless you like go and buy like a used retro console and like the used retro games, but that's a whole can of worms as far as like time, effort, and money, and then like the collectability of stuff and like how it's like super old, therefore it's more the inflated value. But actually getting back to backwards compatibility, it's like a whole thing as far as like I think like going forward, any type of retro collection or like retro game or remaster or remake, I'll probably pick it up on Xbox instead of PlayStation just because like the whole backwards compatible situation that we're in now, where it's like PS4 doesn't play anything really. And then like if you have a PS3 that's backwards compatible, that's with like PS2 and PS1, it'll play PS1, 2, 3. PS4 is not backwards compatible, but PS5 plays PS4 games. So it's like PS1, 2, and 3. If you have like the backwards compatible PS3, can be played on like the same console. Um, PS5 plays PS4. Well, 85%, 90% of PS4 games I play on PS5, so it's not even like 100%. But most of them, so it's like whatever. Um, and all my games are digital, so it's like not even an issue of like trying to like put the disc in and like hope it works. But yeah, it's and then like Xbox is like the only platform like crazily enough where it's like old stuff works, and then going forward, they said that they're going to try to make sure everything will be backwards compatible. So they're like the only platform holder that's like going forward, trying to have everything be forward compatible and backward compatible, and like work, and like now to worry about that whole situation. Um, and then like Nintendo, like the form factor changes every time, and it's so proprietary that it's like, well, if you got Wii U games, they won't play on Switch because you can't just yeah, there's no backwards compatibility there, and then it's like I mean, it was nice on the Wii because like it played GameCube games, but like and you had Virtual Console, so it's like you had a lot of back catalog, but then that all just like died because they killed the Virtual Console in that store, so dead and starting over from scratch. So it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna just like start from scratch there after that crap. Um, I'm just like wait until the next. Yeah, I'm definitely like looking to see like what they do next, like for their next console, just because it's like I don't. I only bought because I bought all digital with them, and I only had like three games. I had like Smash Brothers, Mario Odyssey, and some indie game. And then it's like if it's backwards compatible, yeah, you can play my own games. If not, oh no, I missed. There's like three games I can never play again. But then that's the thing. It's like if it's not backwards compatible, then that's like stuff I can never play. I mean, for me, it's like a convenience thing of like I have a bunch of like crap. Or it's not like wait, that's like the weird. Okay, that's not what I want to say. If I want to go back and play an old game, and it's like I don't feel like hooking up a console to a TV or like even seeing if it's like there's a way to like hook up the connection because like even like going from standard def to high def, it's like if you got like HDMI input, that's gonna be a sticky situation. I mean, luckily I have a workaround because I figured it out, but it's like just the farther it goes and like the farther back you go, it's like a nightmare. It's just like oh, it's such a headache. So yeah. So I was thinking about this when like the ActRaiser remake got announced, and I was like, man, I have it on the Virtual Console, but I don't even where's whatever. My Wii's probably like down here somewhere, but it's in a box or something, and it's like it's on S video, or like I have S video cable, but default is composite, and I don't believe this TV has composite that I play on. I think it has an S video, like I saw on the back of it, but I haven't like tried it or anything. So there, like at least there's that, but whatever. It's a whole thing about like retro gaming, game preservation, and just like it's just not in a good, it's not in a good spot except for on the except for ironically the Xbox platform, which is like the youngest of the three that we have between PlayStation, Nintendo, and Xbox. Well, I guess you could count PC. PC's there, but it's like I that's a whole other can of worms, and like neither of my PCs are hooked up, and it's just like it's killing me every time because I'm just like I could be playing. I think Unsung Story has like a beta or the alpha, and I backed it on Kickstarter, but I can't play because neither of my computers are hooked up, and it's just like, dude, just But I mean, that being said, that's why like Steam Deck is such a like savior. Is it just like allows me to play like my. That's the other thing about PC gaming though, is like if you're not keeping up with your like hardware and like upgrading your video card, you eventually just like hit a wall of like I can't play anything beyond this, which is what happened to me because I don't know which I don't know what video card I have, but it's like it basically plays everything up to like PS3 360 era, and anything beyond that, if it's like top of the, I mean, if it's top of the line graphically, it'll just like run like trash, where it's like it has to be like low, and it theoretically it could run, but it wouldn't look pretty, and then like but then it's like that's what my PS5 is for, so it's just like after a certain point I just gave up, but then it's like everything up to that point will look like PS3 and 360 that can run it will look amazing because I played or it'll just be like nice to have that alternative because that's why I played all of Witcher last year, or not all of it, but Witcher 1 and 2 when I was like okay I'll play all of Witcher, and I played one and two, and then I played Witcher 3 on PS4 to like get caught up on the story, and I played some Gwent, and then it's like there's or just that too, like the whole like back catalog situation is like there's so many games on PC, which is like with GOG too, with like the whole like retro scene on there, just and they have like so many good games that are just old. They're like, oh man, and they're like and they're cheap, so it's like oh man, it's like not only old and good, it's not super expensive. But that was an entire tangent about things and stuff and games, and I'm looking at my thing of like yeah, playthroughs and streams. I got way off topic there, so whatever. I think that's all I wanted to talk about, basically. But like, yeah, Final Fantasy 14 to like recap. Destiny 2, Fall Guys, everybody's golf, and then next month, eventually that Dark Pictures anthology House of Ashes game. And I don't think I'm getting anything else this year because I'm gonna get Game Pass, but I won't be playing any of that stuff until after I finish Endwalker, and Endwalker's November, so yeah. I played the demo of that card game that's turn based from the Near guy. Yoko Taro. Well, he's not the head developer, but he's like a producer or director or something. And there's like the music person from near as well. So it was nice. It was fine. It was like 30 bucks. It's pretty basic. So I'll just wait because like I mean that's the thing. It's like I'm playing Final Fantasy 14, so it's like I have no reason to play anything else. And that game is very time sucky, or just there's a word that's better than time sucky. Yeah, it takes up a lot of time, and yeah, because of that, I'm just not really playing anything else. So eventually, I'll get through this and be done with 14 and move on. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna play, and then I have some game time like after I got my 6 month sub. So when it gets to like like a week before I have to like resubscribe, I'm just gonna like cancel my subscription and then just like be whatever, man, and just not play until the next expansion, and then because I like yeah, because basically Endwalker is just like the conclusion to like the current arc of this game, which has been out for 10 years. So it's like that's kind of like I gotta say like I have enjoyed my time with this game and like just being able to like play like 10 years worth of game in like 5 or 6 months or since April. So it's been pretty awesome. Just like going from like you know base game expansion expansion expansion, and it's like there's so much game in that game, and just like man, not only is it just really good and really fun, but like it gave me an appreciation of like how bad Destiny is, and just like where Destiny wants to be, and like where it's at, and it's just like or like like I guess if playing a real like quality MMO versus a trash wannabe MMO, and just like yes, this one hits the spot. Destiny not so much. I'm never going back. F that game. Um, I am just talking in circles here, but yes, moving right along. That's all I got to say for playthroughs and streams, because Final Fantasy. I mean, yeah, basically like Monday through Friday, except for Tuesdays because that's Destiny, Final Fantasy, and then I'm trying to figure out like when I'm playing on the weekends because I'm having issues streaming for some reason. Every time I try to stream on like the weekends, and it's like I don't, whatever, dude. And then just also D&D is on Saturday, so it kind of cuts into my time. So like I got to figure something out there as far as like what are my weekend games, but I'll figure out eventually. Or just grinding Final Fantasy because whatever. I do need to come back to all those games I like put on break though once I get through Endwalker, like Disco Elysium, Mass Effect Legendary Edition, but we'll see. Vlogs, yeah, there's nothing happening. I mean, there's nothing really else happening on the channel. Like I'm not really working on anything else. I keep saying, "Oh man, new channel trailer or whatever whatever," and it's like I never get around to it. There's nothing in the how to DIY and other stuff. Okay, okay, here's something, but it's like not. It's funny because I'm looking at the outline, but there's like that's like none of it's like updated. I just thought of something, but like I'm thinking I'm probably going to take a break from social media next year. Like January 2nd, I'm just gonna be like taking a break for like indefinite amount of time. I was thinking of it just like a year, but it's like, dude, I'm just gonna like leave and like come back when I like want to come back. F it. Like I'm not gonna put like an arbitrary date of like, oh man, I'll be back 1 year from now, like Goku and Dragon Ball Z, and be all ready to go. It's like no, I'm gonna come back when I want to come back, and then like it's just this is kind of exhausting, and just yeah, just it's a whole thing. I I don't want to get like another tangent about like Twitter and how like I mean it's ugh, yeah, it's a weird place, man. And just like I feel like it has like negatively affected me. I feel like Dark Samus from Metroid Prime of just like there's like so much negative energy, and it just like I feel like it's just like made me like a worse person. So I'm just like I gotta stop using Twitter. It's just like so ugh. It's very like knee jerk reaction, lightning rod, reactionary forces. of just like I'll just like think of something and then like tweet it and be like, ooh, what's the worst thing I could say? Or not the worst thing I could say, but just like, oh, I'm gonna be really a real provocateur with this one. It's just like, just like, yeah, it just like, like the whatever that was like ethereally, vaporously like floating in or like whatever manifesting in me, just like all the negative stuff, it just like comes out on Twitter, and it's just like, oh yeah, just it's not a good place for me. So it's like, yeah, I need to stop using this, and then there's so many random tweets, but then they're just like so like the like if there was like a number line of like, 0 to like 1 trillion or something, it's all over the place as far as like you'll see something like one tweet down and it's like, oh, that's cool, funny and neat and cute or sweet, and then like you see something next tweet down and it's just like super like just crawled out of like an evil pit of like malice of just like what what is going on, like just like the yeah, like the dissonance of like in between posts is just insane. um and then I had that Facebook group, but I never, I like stopped updating it because of COVID. It just didn't feel right, dude. It didn't feel like right to like have my like Facebook group and then like keep updating it like nothing was happening. Like, or just because it's so like detached, it feels like super weird. Like, um, yeah, it just like the disconnect there when you have like the just a position of like, it's just a Facebook group of like whatever I feel like talking about games and stuff. But then like in the IRL land as we're in right now, IRL stuff, that's where we're at right now, but I'm going to talk about that after I talk about this, where it's just like, well, we're in a pandemic, so, but hey, video games and stuff, it just like feels tonally deaf, and it's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna like take a break, come back whenever, and, stuff. I'll actually post that on my Facebook group like tomorrow because it's the 1st of October, so it's like, I would like to be at the first of like a month or something, and then as far as Twitter, I'll just like wait until the end of the year and be like, yeah, I'm coming back whenever I come back because this site is just trash and it makes me a terrible like a worse person. So it's like I can feel it in me. It's just super weird. Oh, that I wish I hadn't said that. That was a weird sentence. I can feel it affecting me negatively. There we go. That was. But I already said it's too late. Anywho, so yeah, taking a break from social media eventually. Um, for sure. Because also just like the time. Like, I mean, I don't spend a lot of time on it. I usually check it in the morning and before I go to bed. At least I used to. Like, because now I have my phone. I just like I check it like a lot in between. But I'd like to just delete it off my phone and not have it like take up all the live rent free in my brain as far as like, oh, like when I'm just like not doing anything. Like my first thing is like, oh, what's on Twitter? And like that was like never a thing before. And then that was like, yes, before the dark times, like Obi-Wan would say, that was a much better time when that wasn't the case. Anywho, IRL stuff, because that was, I need to get off that tangent. But basically, the main thrust of that was just I'm planning on taking a break from social media. I think I'm probably still gonna be streaming and stuff, but it's like I'm just not gonna like post anything on like Facebook and Twitter because it's just. Ugh. And I'll still do YouTube too. Still, yeah, I'll still do YouTube too still because I don't really consider that social media because it's more of a where I go to put all my content out and stuff. Anywho, IRL stuff. What's going on with me? Well, Series S is on the way, so happy about that. Nothing else really. I mean, I think okay. I was like working out on a regular basis, and it did seem like it was paying off, but then I stopped. So I need to like get back to that. I'm gonna try to get back to that this month or next month. In fact, I'm gonna like try to like double down and like every day do at least like one workout. So it's like I feel I don't know. It's like that's the other thing, dude. I don't feel like the positive benefits that you're supposed to get. Like I don't feel like I have more energy or anything. It's just like I just don't feel it. So it's like whatever. We'll see. But uh, nothing happening besides that really, because still stuck in a basement in a pandemic, waiting it out, hoping things get better. Oh man, yeah, and like the whole political thing. I'm not gonna go there. I was like, I mean, F it, I'm gonna go there. Like I can't stop thinking about it because I was gonna say something. I was like thinking about what I was gonna say during my time with Tekken. I was gonna say something to the effect of like Joe Biden was all like, oh, 100 days, so amazing, and it's like then like he had like the press conference where he's like, give me a year. So it's like it went from oh man, how awesome were those first 100 days when they weren't really that awesome to like, oh, I need a year now, and it's like slow. It's like slowly like watching a car crash of like like how's it? How's that? What's the meme where it's like how it started, how it's going, where it's like FDR, and it's like Jimmy Carter. It's like why? It's like yeah, I'm hoping things turn out good since I live in this country, but I'm also like actively planning to get the F out of here. So it's like it doesn't really affect me as much since I mean I have yeah. It's like on the one hand, yes, I hope it all turns out great, but on the other hand, it's like, dude, I have like nothing holding me down. So as soon as I feel like it's man. I mean that's the thing though, right? COVID, as far as like vaccination rate worldwide, globally, is like not good, and so it's like hoping there's not another variant. Like in my brain, I'm just like, I just don't want another variant that's like worse, and it's like, please don't happen. But then it's like, yeah, so just hoping things get better since it's kind of just still crap. And man, I remember okay. Here's the last thing, because I'll end after this. But like I was tweeting and like sharing on Facebook like every month. I was like updating a post of like month number, whatever the f, as far as like in the pandemic. And then I think it was July when like the rate started, or June or July, whatever, before Delta just like destroyed everything. Delta variant, and like it was like, all right, I got vaccinated. Vaccines are here. Everything. Oh my gosh, the camera. Okay, but yeah, I got vaccinated, and then like the vaccines are here. Everything's great. Everything's gonna be great. It's all gonna be great. And then it's like it's all looking up, and then yeah, that didn't happen. So it just like was like, okay, and we're going up, and things are going great. Oh, what's this? Delta variant, unvaccinated. Oh, and just yeah, and that's where we're at now. And we're back to like 2,000 people dying every day. So how quickly the table has turned, or the turns have tabled, or people say both of those. So yeah. Anywho, yep, RL land is pretty crap. Back to sucking, but it always sucked, so it's not like it matters. Anyway, that's it for the China Tekken. I have nothing else to say because I would just be repeating myself about, oh man, Final Fantasy 14 so awesome. Destiny 2 is trash, but I keep playing it. Got a Series S, can't wait, but then I won't be able to play it. Well, I don't even plan on like, I plan on like, well, I like open it and like turn it on to make sure it works, right? But I'm not gonna like set up my Game Pass stuff until like after I'm finished with Endwalker, because I think I got like a 3 month free thingy with the, or not 3 month free, but like three months of Game Pass Ultimate came with it. That's the bundle. It was like, I want to say, oh, I could look at the price right now actually, but it was like 345, I think. So instead of 299, because it added the price in of Game Pass. But then plus tax, dude, tax like killed it. It was like, it went like way higher. My order shipped. Oh my gosh, yes. I have a tracking number. Oh man, yeah, it was 299 for the console, and then the 3 months of Ultimate is $45. So subtotal is 345 or 344, whatever. But then tax was like $25, dude. It's like, what? Well, estimated tax. I got free shipping and handling because I'm on the pro member thingy, so it's like it's like total 370. So I'm like, ooh, that's kind of steep for effing a Series S. But then it's like, whatever, dude. Just whatever. Could be worse. Could still not have one. Anyway, it looks like Back for Blood's out, but yeah, I, I should probably like add another section of like China Tekken as far as like what's coming out this month and what do I think about it, because I mean it's whatever, dude. It's like we haven't podcasted in forever, and I've got like so many things in my brain of just like so that's also something I was gonna tease later on, but I am thinking about a solo podcast series, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, that's it for now. I'm shooting it there because yeah, that that was China Tekken. So until you see or hear from me again, thanks for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends or not. That's cool too. And then all my links to all my social media stuff is gonna be in the description in the thingy video. So until you see or hear from me again, thanks for watching, and I'm now signing off.